If you want to choose the right text to speech software tool for your business or for your campaigns, here are the steps I really want you to follow. In today's conversation, I will actually explain everything to you. But first, I want to give an overview so we have a clear idea of what we're talking about. Okay. So today's text to speech technology is really miles away. And I mean miles away from what you may have heard a few years ago. So from sounding robotic and monotonous to natural and human-like, TTS has advanced and become more sophisticated, enabling several new capabilities that many previously considered unimaginable, really, in terms of how you adapt it, in terms of the delivery, in terms of the reception vis-a-vis the audience. It's just fantastic. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a fantastic opportunity to speak to you here for a few minutes here. It's really important to have a conversation about text-to-speech software and to really understand what really has changed in the last few years when it comes to TTS. So in addition to making information accessible to all, text-to-speech extend the reach of content, enhances customer experience, saves time and money spent on creating voiceovers manually, and enables the creation of content at scale. When you really think about it, how many people would you need? How many humans would you need to actually, scale or sort of create content at scale? Okay, and as you can think about it, you have more content than humans, skilled humans available on Earth at this point. So a number of industries, in fact, believe that it is bound to take the world by storm, and that they have started introducing text-to-speech solution into their workflows. Okay, well, we're not talking about small businesses. We're speaking about leaders in their industry. We're speaking about the Nikes of the world. We're speaking about the General Electric of the world. We're speaking about the Caterpillars of the world. We're speaking about the Googles of the world. We're speaking about the Facebook of the world. We're speaking about the Chase Banks of the world. So you have very prominent companies in their respective industries embracing TTS, embracing text-to-speech technology. And what I want to say here is that before I actually talk to you about what TTS can do for different businesses, it's really important to look at the elements that make a good and effective TTS speech software, right? I want to explain to you in today's conversation how to choose, how to recognize excellent text-to-speech software. What are the features you should look for? What are the most important things you want to pay attention to? So here are the steps I really want you to pay attention to if you want to choose text-to-speech software. First thing first, you want to have natural sounding voices. Nothing robotic, okay? You want to have natural sounding voices. The primary aspects that differentiates any text-to-speech software is its human parody voices, okay? It's called human parody. And so what makes human voices so human is its expressiveness, inconsistency, and ability to deliver the same lines in entirely different styles, depending on the context. For example, I can say, you, the listener who's listening to me right now, I love you. Or I can say, hey, you, the listener who's listening to me right now, I love you. Or I can say, oh, la, 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 I love you, I'm here. See, what I'm trying to say here is that you have expressiveness, you have inconsistency. Okay, you can go up, you can go down. That's what you want. You want to have natural sounding voices in the text-to-speech software that you actually choose. And a text-to-speech software tool should deliver high-quality AI voices that can replicate the likeness, style, natural prosody, and uniqueness of human speech. Through contextual awareness, the AI voice should be able to pause and breathe in all the right places and change the style or emotion. There should be a constellation of options for both female and male voices, making it easy for users to customize their voiceover experience. Very important. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about how to choose text-to-speech software. So number one, you want to have natural sounding voices. Number two, you want to have simple and easy to use interface. Nothing complicated. People are trying to confuse the hell out of you, trying to waste your time. You want something very simple. A good text-to-speech tool should have an interface that is easy for the user to navigate with little to no training. So with just a click of a few buttons, users must be able to translate text into lifelike speech and create compelling, realistic voiceovers for their projects. Okay, again, nothing complicated. Okay, so if software is trying to razzle dazzle you, if software is trying to complicate things for you, you want to walk away and just check out their competitors. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that the TTS software you want to buy should be user friendly, with limited menu options, including a simple toolbar and a control panel with precise keys and functions, enabling you to move around and explore the different software modules available without any hindrances. The third thing I want you to pay attention to if you're trying to choose text-to-speech software is to look for collaboration. This is so important. You might be thinking, well, what if it's only me? Okay. If you're a solopreneur, if you have a single member LLC, if you have a sole proprietorship, if you are an independent contractor, then it's fine. You really should not care about collaboration. But if, in contrast, you have a team, and when I talk about team, I'm not speaking about people like the same people and not the same people. I'm not speaking about members of the same team. You can have different teams. Okay, you can have different stakeholders. Okay, and sometimes when you think about text-to-speech software, the selection should be part of a larger initiative. This could be either marketing, it could be research and development, it could be sales. Okay, so you have a constellation of teams that have a stake. That's why they're called stakeholders. Okay, you can have sales teams, you can have folks in the marketing department, you can have folks in the research and development department, you can have folks in the customer service department, you can have folks in the branding department. So all these people must be able to collaborate. So a notable aspect of any browser-based text-to-speech software is team collaboration. So different team members should be able to view and edit files, work simultaneously on the same content, and share inputs, enabling true real-time collaboration. This is really important. So being able to work on the same audio file at the same time is critical to true collaboration, because without it, working as a team on a big project can be cumbersome and slow. Okay, and when we talk about collaboration, there are a lot of advantages. There are a lot of value-added, features here, or value-added processes here. So collaboration not only saves countless hours that would otherwise be wasted, but being able to work together in real time. This is really important. Real time help your team members get past thorny challenges quickly and accelerate projects. The cool thing is you have a real-time feedback. Like if a file is not working, or let's say a section of let's say you have a paragraph that is not properly worded, or the voice is too high or too low, the tone, the pitch, all those things. This is important, right? And you want to have this sort of collaborative environment to provide holistic feedback. We're talking about holistic, multi-pronged feedback, not just from one party, not just from one department, not just from one section, one team, but you want to have feedback across the board. So this is what you want to have. And the cool thing is you need to have a collaborative environment that centralizes everything, so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and what your team members are getting themselves into. Very, very important. I want to talk to you about importing and exporting files and media. So if you want to choose text-to-speech software, you need to make sure that you have this sort of import and export feature. Okay, it's a very essential feature of any intuitive text-to-speech software. So the ability to seamlessly import and export files in multiple formats, not just one format, because see, you have some tools out there that they just tell you, hey, listen, we only do MP3. Or we only do, WMV. We don't do anything else. Don't go for those. Those will be wasting your time. You have far more sound formats than you have. You have a lot of formats available out there. So you want to have a tool or a platform that allows you to actually process various file formats. Okay, importing and exporting files is a key part of working with digital information. So the text-to-speech software that you want to choose should allow users to either copy-paste text to an editor or import text files in different formats to the software. At the same time, there should be an option to export the final audio file in various formats. Okay, so this is really important. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about here? I'm explaining to you how to choose text-to-speech software. And I'm trying to contextualize the conversation so you know that the text-to-speech software that you choose should have a few things that you need to pay attention to. So natural sounding voices, simple and easy to use interface, collaboration tools, okay, and import and export files and media. So this is really, really important. So you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. And one thing I also want to say here is that an added advantage when it comes to importing and exporting will be allowing users to add media files such as images, videos, and presentations to the final voiceover and sync them to create the perfect voiceover content. And again, what I'm trying to say here is that these things has to be done in a centralized manner, because if you just have one person working on a file, this is very easy. But once you start working on a team, you have different contributions, you have different feedbacks, you have different feedback loops, okay, and you have different work streams. They all must be coordinated in a very seamless way to make sure the final product is really important. It is really impeccable. Again, depending on the size of the project, you might need to actually make sure that the import and exporting file is done seamlessly on a different server, not a different server, but on a different folder. Really important. The next thing I want you to think about here is the ability you want to have a TTS software that support different languages and accents. This is so important. I mean, if you are in the States, okay, you probably have only one accent. Even in the States, we have so many accents anyway. When you go to the South versus the Northeast or the Midwest and whatnot, you have a constellation of accents. But when you leave the country and you go elsewhere in the world, you want to have the plurality of languages. You want to have the flexibility of language. You want to have the flexibility of cultural tones. You want to have cultural nuances, subtleties. Those things are important, and those things must be captured by the text-to-speech software. Okay. Now, when it comes to the core functionalities of a text-to-speech software tool, the ability to convert content in different languages and accents tops the list. Okay. A great TTS tool must offer users the ability to transform their content into multiple languages and accents, thereby broadening the reach of the content worldwide and helping overcome language barriers. Okay. And so this will also unlock tremendous potential for business growth, as customers with a global footprint can create a consistent user experience across languages and regions. Think about it. If you are a producer of content and you are based in the States and you want to target the UK market, having this capability is really fantastic. If you want to target let's say the Australian market, it's just fantastic. If you want to target the Canadian market, it will be fantastic to have. It'll be fantastic to have this feature. If you want to target, let's say the Nigerian market, for example, or the South African markets, or the New Zealand market. What I'm trying to say here is that this flexibility is really important. Okay, and so this will help you actually touch more people, reach more people. That's the right word here. And the thing here is that having a multilingual text-to-speech software system also means that your business doesn't have to spend a large sums of money hiring voice artists to record multilingual versions of their audio or video content. Text-to-speech tools can easily convert scripts into natural sounding speech, helping businesses create content at scale. I want to insist on that. Here when we talk about TTS software in general, we really speak about converting content at scale. Another thing I want you to think about if you want to choose text-to-speech software is to think about customization features. This is so important because depending on the size of your project, depending on the variety of your teams, the diversity, the task diversity, the work stream diversity of your team members, it's really important to pay attention to customization. And artificial intelligence voices built with advanced TTS technology can improve the naturalness, the intelligibility, the comprehensibility, and intonation of a voiceover. Okay, we're speaking about naturalness. I will talk to you, not something robotic, talking like, yes, I want you to listen to this show right now because it is no. Or I want you to listen to this show. No. It has to be natural. It has to be intelligible. It has to be comprehensible. In other words, it has to be understandable. Okay. And the intonation, go up, go down. Ooh. It really depends. Okay. So a voice without customization is just another voice. Now, the question is, are you just another brand in the marketplace? Talk to me about that. Talk to me about the importance to differentiate yourself, to differentiate your brand. talk to me about what you're doing right now in terms of your branding to make sure that you differentiate yourself in terms of your marketing. So it's the same thing you want your voice, it's the same thing you want your TTS software to help you do to differentiate yourself. Okay. So as such, any good text to speech software should enable users to tweak the voiceover of their project specific to the use cases. Okay, the tone of voice varies with each project and character. This is really important. Okay, and while some would require a low-pitched voice that delivers the right balance of intelligence, authority, and clarity, others will need a peppy and exciting voice. Okay, do you want a low-pitched voice? Sir, I want you to really do this. Or a peppy and exciting voice. I'm very happy, I'm very happy, very happy, very happy. You gotta really, see, the thing is you have to customize. You have to customize the voice, the tone, everything based on the specific project you want to reach. Okay, so this is really important. So this is where voice customization features play an important role when it comes to helping a user achieve the perfect custom voiceover depending on the project. Okay, and you want to have software that helps you actually reach that goal. It's really important to understand that as you scale across your project, if you have big projects, this level of customization must be even deeper, and it's even required because you don't want, like, if you have a larger project, let's say you have a project with let's say 2,000 voice content, like if you have 2,000 pieces of voice content, you don't want all the 2,000 pieces to sound alike in terms of audio. No, this will be so boring. Your customers will hate it. You yourself will hate it. And so you want to diversify. Really important. You want to customize. Okay. Next thing I want you to really pay attention to is you want to have a text-to-speech software tool that allows you to change speech quality to professional. So using traditional methods to create multiple audio versions of your content is really cumbersome and expensive. So you want to you'll have to rehire voiceover artists, rent a studio, and audio specialist every time you need to update content. Think about it. Every single time, before you know it, you are actually just breaking the bank, because you don't have unlimited resources. I know. So you really have to think about scalability here, but also you have to think about cost effectiveness. Okay, and it's really important to understand that having a having a voice changer feature in your text-to-speech software changes all of that. So TTS with a voice changer helps you not only improve the voice quality of your home recordings to professional voiceovers, but also enables you to change the gender, language, and accent of your voiceover, among other things. And another criterion I want you to really pay attention to when you want to choose text-to-speech software is what we call voice cloning. So AI-based voice cloning really eases the burden of recording audio multiple times or retaking due to errors. Okay, and believe me, if you have a large project, this could be problematic. This could be a time waster. You can actually waste a lot of time, and the whole process is not effective. Really not effective. The errors, okay. So a text-to-speech system with voice cloning capabilities can significantly transform every industry, including e-learning, advertising, customer service, and so on, by enabling creators to create a unified brand audio identity. It can save time or budget. It can really those brands can rechannel this time and budget into something else. Okay, they can actually spend to schedule multiple voice actors, recording studios, retakes, and post-production. And with voice cloning, companies can create their own custom voice and center their brand image around it and create content at scale. And if you're listening to me right now, if you're a marketer, if you're a small business owner, you're trying to really use text-to-speech software, you got to ask yourself, what's really important to me? What's important to my brand? What is my brand tone? What is my brain's identity? And how would my listener, my target audience, resonate? How would they resonate with my brand? Would my audio initiatives resonate with my target audience? Those are questions I want you to really ask yourself. Thank Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I just shared with you how to choose text to speech software. So I gave you the overview about the whole conversation, and then I give you the steps you need to follow if you're trying to reach your goals real quick. So if you're trying to choose text to speech software, pay attention to one that offers natural sounding voices, that has a simple and easy to use interface, that has collaborative tools. You can import and export files and media, that supports different languages and accents. You have customization features, that changes speech quality to professional, and that also offers voice cloning. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.